Fire crews in New South Wales and the ACT face volatile conditions today as some residents return to confront the aftermath of the massive blaze.
There are still days and possibly weeks of firefighting ahead of us.
People's homes and community infrastructure is going to number into the hundreds.
In breaking news, there are reports homes have now been lost in that blaze burning north of Batemans Bay. Miley Hogan is on the south coast for us. Miley, what more can you tell us?
They are watching the fire front move through those trees, roaring towards their homes.
Firestorm's like a wave rolling through the sky. It's hot air, gases, flame, smoke, and anything that comes in contact with it explodes into flames. And it was just Armageddon. There was fire everywhere. Imagine that being with flames in it. The love for the Rabbitohs come from my grandmother. She was a passionate Rabbitohs supporter, so my father was, so obviously I was. And I'll pass it on to my girls. And it's a lot easier for the girls because of actually winning some games. When I was a kid, we didn't win too many games. It's a long story, but you can edit it or do whatever you want. All right, we started, a crew of four started doing a night shift at the Dewar River fire. So we left about 4 o'clock from our station. We went to Maria and then out to the Dewar River, which is west of Maria. By the time we got there about 5 o'clock, the fire was pouring over the containment lines. So basically it was gone, it was too dangerous to go up in the mountains. So 6 o'clock we got a feed and then stood down, come back at 4 or 5 in the morning. So we went beauty, no more night shift. And we come back to our station. So we got back about 10. Then we got a call saying that we needed some property protection work done out at Old Bolero Mountain Road, which is near Nelligan. So we swapped into the larger truck and the 4 of us went out there doing property protection. So the fire was going to impact in about 2 hours. So we got ourselves ready and went around and had a look. About 1:30 in the morning, a big westerly blew up. And basically the fire running up both sides of the ridges went around us. It's pretty well, you're in a valley and there's steep ridges either side. So after that happened, we could hear the fire on our left-hand side, which being the Mogo side, start to crown, which means it runs through the trees. Sounds like a freight train. So we went down and checked on the houses. We were along our road, did whatever we could. So we left Nelligan and we followed a firestorm in, lights and sirens through Batemans Bay, and it was just Armageddon. There was fire everywhere. We stopped and put a couple of fires out. We're filling up at the ambulance station, and while we're filling up there, the edge of the fire rolled over at the top of the ambulance station and kept on going. So getting up towards 24 hours in the fire truck, we went back to the station, only to find that 2 of our cars had burnt out. My ute, the back of the ute was burnt out, still drivable, and the other one had a melted front end. So the other 3 went home, and the senior deputy said, "Can you do another couple of hours?" And I said, "Sure, no worries." We jumped in the truck and off we went again. And the brief was, find anything you can save and try and save it. After that, I couldn't do it anymore. I was buggered. So I got myself back to the station, drove myself up here, thinking possibly we'd have a house, possibly may not. I went through a roadblock and the policeman said, "I'm sorry, you're not allowed to go that far." And he looked at me and I was black and still in my uniform. He goes, "Well, fireman, you can do whatever you want today." So he let me through. All the houses on the top of the ridge were gone. Drove down my street, Some of the houses were there, so my heart sort of lifted a little until I come over the rise and then found the house, what's left of the house. It wasn't even smoking anymore, it was gone. So I grabbed the chickens into my car and went and tried to find Mandy and the kids. And I managed to get one text message out saying I'm okay, and I presumed she'd be either at a sister's or a parent's place. She knew I was coming home about 6, or should have been coming home about 6, so she dozed off about 5:30. She managed to get all the kids in the car packed, all the animals out to fend for themselves, and managed to get out by 6:30, waking up all the girls. Then found my family at Mossy Point at my sister-in-law's place, and my other sister-in-law's place at Tomican. So, the end of a bad day. It's only a building and stuff, and you've got to think of it like that. You can't think of this, you know, the photos and all the stuff that you collect over the years, but you can't think of it like that because it'll just tear you up, and there's no value in getting torn up. So you just have to think of it as stuff. And a house. A house can be rebuilt. I had about 4 different jerseys, some Reggie dolls, the Ellie's flag. I had a jacket. I had lots of Rabbitohs stuff, Coley holders, you know, everything. So. How you going? Good, thank you. I feel so short. Hey Cam, how are you, mate? Good to meet you. Hey fellas. G'day. Good, thank you. Hey mate, how are you? G'day, how are you? Good. Oh, welcome too. Welcome. Still out down south further. They're calling in. They want crews for Friday and Saturday. Down south further. But all here's basically burnt through to the ocean. So. Through the ocean, yeah. Reggie. This, or do you want to put in the car?
Dad got Tom to sign my hat.
Did you?
Yeah, and I asked, can you say hi to your brother for me? And he said, yeah, sure thing.
Who's got the camera?
Thank you. This is so awkward, Dad.
It's all right. Thanks, guys. Still appreciate it. It's the whole community needs a bit of an uplift. It's the first time I smiled for weeks. Beautiful. Thank you very much. I had 4. That was the first time I smiled in a while, so, and that brought everyone's spirits up.